You are now tuned in to the 411 for your fantasy football with your host, Autumn Wind Williams.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Autumn Wind Williams, and this is week 12 of the DFS slate for Fanduel, Yahoo, and Draftkings. We just finished wrapping up a Thanksgiving slate that was pretty crazy this past Thursday. Hopefully you and yours enjoyed your Thanksgiving. If you did Black Friday, hopefully you got everything that you wanted and you are thankful for. But hopefully we have a whole lot more to be thankful for after tomorrow's main slate. I'm going to provide you my quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, and defense that I'm selecting for the main slate on the main sites. Make sure that you click like or dislike, subscribe to the video, share, and comment below. As a matter of fact, put down in the comments who you got on the fight with Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. going on tonight. Man, I really want to see it. I got to find out about that fight. I just realized it was today. I saw somebody post on my Facebook timeline that the fight was going on today, right before I recorded this video, when I completely forgot about it. So I got to check on that fight. You know, I got to go with Iron Mike. It's one of my childhood favorites. But yeah, like I said, leave a comment below who you got on the fight. Or else just let me know who you picking in DFS. What did good for you on the Thursday slate? I know with me, I had a lot of the guys that scored really high. You know, the Watsons, the Gibsons, you know, even Duke Johnson, who pretty much surprised me. And it was just crazy, though. I thought Size was going to have a big game after he got that touchdown. I think that was the first drive. And he go out and fumble. Went out on the plug on us. Yeah, it was very crazy slate. I never had to build so many lineups where I got 2,000 or 3,000 on the table, just leaving it there and not using it, because we had the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh game that got postponed and moved to Sunday slate. Then that's removed. I believe they're now playing on Tuesday. This COVID 2020, this year has been nuts, so man, I'm ready for the new year. What about you? Click a like for that if you're ready for 2021 and want to get rid of this damn COVID-19 so we can enjoy our lives again and not walk around with a mask all the time. I'm telling you, man, I never thought I would experience this in my life. But enough with that. Let's go check on an injury report before we get started. It looked like Deebo Samuel, Tevin Coleman was limited on practice Thursday. They might end up playing. Trubisky is expected to start for the Bears this Sunday night. Sources are saying, oh yeah, we already know, Lamar Jackson tested COVID-19 positive 2 days ago. Likely he's not going to play. I'll be surprised if they even play that game. You know, it's been a source going around saying from, who is this right here? I believe it was Adam Schefter. Adam Schefter said it's a source going around, tells ESPN that the Ravens, they may not even play with the Steelers this week. But we'll see about that. You know, we get those beat reporters, you know, making those comments sometime, and a lot of times it's true, sometimes it's not. Broncos are canceling practice. Yeah, that was yesterday. They canceled practice due to COVID-19. Jaguars ruled out DJ Shark because of ribs. Chris Conley hip. So they got limited receivers. You might want to look at that game versus the Browns. Even though their quarterback, I question that. I really question their quarterback. I might end up playing the Browns defense. I'll just say that. Christian McCaffrey, he still is questionable for Sunday. Matt Rule told the media he's pessimistic about McCaffrey playing. Irv Smith is doubtful for the Vikings versus the Panthers, so you might want to put in Kyle Rudolph. Austin Eckler still has a chance to play this Sunday against the Bills. Texans released Kenny Stills so he can get a chance to latch on to a contender. So he is on the waivers. Nick Foles he is not playing this Sunday, like I was saying. Mitchell Trubisky. Adam Thielen. He tested positive for COVID. Then he tested negative. But looks like the Vikings are still going to bench him tomorrow. Might just leave him home. Unless he come with a mask and a shield. Gotta stay germ-free, man. Gotta stay germ-free. Ty Gurley, he is going to be sidelined for tomorrow. So Brian Hill is likely the next man up. Tua Tagovailoa. I don't know how to say his last name. Maybe that was close. But he's dealing with a thumb injury. And he's doubtful. Likely we're going to see Fitz Magic. I might put some Fitz Magic in my lineups if I play the Dolphins. I think he deserves another chance. Man, he's the best backup quarterback in a long time, I can tell you that. He throw interceptions, but he throw hella touchdowns too. He throw deep. But anyway, Bills head coach Zach Taylor said that he feels good about Giovanni Bernard playing, even though he had a concussion. He did have some practicing going on. I don't know if they practice today, if he can get on the field, pad up, and don't be limited. Likely he's going to play. You know, mind you, this is now 1:19 p.m. on the West Coast time, Pacific Standard Time, if you don't know. So it might be some more injury reports coming out later. You know, normally I make these videos late so I can try to get all the current injury reports, but I'm trying to get this video knocked out. I didn't get that much sleep. And I'm eating too much Thanksgiving food. Plus, I want to get a workout in. You know, I finally built up my home gym in the bedroom, and I want to get on that some more and relax my mind, get away from fantasy football until tomorrow at 6 a.m. And I got to find out where that fight's going to be playing so I can watch that fight too. But also, let's see, Doug Peterson says Zach Ertz will be able to play in the game. Okay, that's good. Jonathan Taylor, head to reserve COVID. So fire up your Naeem Hines. Might want to look at Hines. Jonathan Taylor. Woo, sorry you got on the COVID list though, man. That sucked. James Conner tested positive for COVID. That was 3 hours ago. Christian McCaffrey now downgraded to out. I already mentioned Tua downgraded to doubtful versus the Jets. This is interesting right there. Lions have fired Matt Patricia and GM Bob Quinn. John Brown has been placed on an IR with a high ankle sprain. Man, this guy can't get a break. He can't get a break at all. Bills elevated wide receiver Jake Kumerow off the practice squad for the Sunday versus Chargers. And Chris Carson is off the Seattle injury report to play Monday night versus the Eagles. So that's your 411 update for the injury report for games going on for week 12. Now let's get into business, what we here for. My running back, my quarterback, my wide receiver, tight end, and defense. And I see a lot of people around the industry is hyped up about Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Traders, because they're going against the Atlanta Falcons. Because Matt Ryan, he played so crumbly last week. I watched that whole entire game, and I didn't know who that guy was in that red jersey. Who is he? What is he doing? He only completed 19 passes out of 37. Got 232 yards. Threw no touchdowns. And committed 2 interceptions against the Saints. And a lot of people were high on that Taysom Hill train, and I didn't think he played as good as he was hyped up to be. He did his thing, but I don't know. I don't think he's starting quarterback caliber. He's an exciting player, but I think he's better off being a backup used as the secret weapon, even though I hate it because it ruined me on Showdown Slates. It ruined me at getting vulture touchdowns when he come in and Kamara does not get the ball. And Kamara was not getting the ball a lot last week too. But back to Matt Ryan. He played a horrible game. But this is going to be a high-scoring game. They're expecting a shootout. A lot of outlets been saying this, a shootout between the Las Vegas Traders and the Atlanta Falcons. So if everybody's hyped up off of the Las Vegas Traders and Derek Carr, it's not going to hurt for me to go to the opposite. Go for the underdog. Go for the guy that had a horrible game last week where he'll be lower owned in a higher scoring game. Give me Matt Ryan at quarterback. Falcons right now, they're the third best passing in the league. I know it didn't show that last week, but based on statistics, that's true. So that's what I'm going to do is put him in at my wide receiver, especially when, let's see what the points look like for this game. Yeah, Falcons expected to get 25.5 points implied total, and Las Vegas Traders expecting to get 28.5. But if I know everybody's on Las Vegas Traders, go for the Falcons. I'm going to game stack this. And next at running back, I'm going with Wayne Gallman Jr. I know this is very surprising to me too, because I think a couple weeks back I was like, I'm not playing Wayne Gallman. But I got to get with the program. I hope I'm not late for the bandwagon, the train, or anything, because this dude is being very consistent ever since Devonta Freeman has been on IR or bench. I don't know what's going on with him. I think he's injured right now. But Gallman in Week 10 got 19 fantasy points, 14.7 Week 9, 13.2 Week 8, 16.4 Week 7. And since he's been given the starting role, man, he's been living up to it and putting in work. It make you wonder if they wasted their time getting Devonta Freeman when they already had the starting running back staring them right in the face the whole entire time. Last Week 10, he got 18 carries for 53 yards, 2 touchdowns versus the Eagles. He only had 1 reception for 7 yards. We know he's mainly going to just be given the rock. He's not going to get you fantasy points by receptions. It's just going to be running and being touchdown dependent. But hey, if he's getting the touchdowns, I'm not going to complain. So, yeah, I'm going to pick Wayne Gallman against the Cincinnati Bengals, especially when I feel like the Bengals are going to be behind in this game. They got Joe Burrow on IR. They were going to start Ryan Finley at quarterback, but now they're playing Brendan Allen. I believe he played with the Broncos. Brendan Allen. I'm not sure about that, but that's where I think he came from. But they're going to give him a shot, and I don't think he's going to be able to go out there and produce against the Giants defense. And if the Giants is ahead in this game, they're going to give this dude Wayne Gallman the rock to run a timeout. So if they just going to hand off the ball over and over after they're ahead, it makes only sense to pick Gallman as my starting running back when he's only 5,000 on Draftkings. And what is he on Fanduel? Let me check and see right now. Fanduel, he is... Oh, gosh, this is going so slow. Yeah, he's only, 5,700. And on Yahoo, he is $18. He's priced up a little bit more on Yahoo. Not too much, but yeah, it's decent price. So that's who I have at running back. At wide receiver, stacking with Matt Ryan, I'm going with Calvin Ridley. You know, he's still dealing with a foot, but he's going to be playing against the Las Vegas Traders this Sunday. Right now, Julio Jones is still questionable with the hamstring. I kind of hope they use Julio Jones as a decoy have him start. Don't target him. Just have him out there as that extra body while they just throw so many passes to Calvin Ridley. And, he's the touchdown guy on the Falcons team. Julio Jones, he get them deep passes, but Calvin Ridley gets those red zone looks more often. So I'm hoping they actually do start Julio Jones, where it would be more distractions with him being on the field, opening up for Calvin Ridley to catch some deep touchdowns tomorrow's game. So that's what I'm going to do. It would be a very favorable spot if that happens. So moving on to tight end, in that game stack, we got to pick Darren Waller. At the very top, mainly everybody, is going to be picking either Kelsey or Waller. And if I want to play a game stack, I got to go for the most probable guy that Derek Carr is going to throw to, and it's Darren Waller. He's basically his number one wide receiver. Derek Carr, every now and then he'll throw deep, but he's more of a short pass, dink and dunk type of guy. They've been trying to get the running backs to get the dink and dunks a little bit more, but it's still been relied on by Darren Waller to get those passes, those short passes. He went 7 for 7 week 11 for 88 yards. He got a touchdown, got us a total of 21.8 fantasy points, and he was only priced at $5,600. Now he's priced at $6,000. Price didn't go up that much for the production that he can provide you, because say you get an elite wide receiver paired up right next to Darren Waller. He's getting about the same amount of targets as them. Sometimes not as many fantasy points, but what he did in week 11, that's what you would get from your average elite wide receivers, 21.8 fantasy points, and you're getting him at 6,000. He's going to be targeted just like elite wide receiver. Put him in your lineup, man. That's simple math right there. Moving on to defense, pairing up with Wayne Gallman, I'm going with the Giants defense. Like I said, I don't have any confidence in Brandon Allen to go out there and have a decent game against the New York Giants defense. So I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. If I really don't feel like their quarterback is going to go out there and produce and possibly only play half of a game, and then they move in Ryan Finley, and Finley doesn't do any good either, it's going to be two quarterbacks that look like a plum fool all over the field for the Giants to get a bunch of sacks, turnovers, hopefully some pick sixes, and some interceptions. So that's what I have for you guys for the 411 for your fantasy football week 12. At quarterback, we got Matt Ryan from the Atlanta Falcons going against the Las Vegas Raiders. At running back, we have Wayne Gallman Jr. from the New York Giants going against the Cincinnati Bengals. Calvin Ridley at wide receiver from the Atlanta Falcons going against the Las Vegas Raiders. Darren Waller from the Las Vegas Raiders going against the Atlanta Falcons. And the defense, New York Giants football team, going against the Cincinnati Bengals. And I'm just hoping this pays off. I need my payday, man. This has not been a year for me in DFS or year-long fantasy football. I'm picking the right plays. I'm picking what makes sense. I'm looking at the statistics. I'm paying attention to the weather, trying to avoid the chalk, doing the right thing. Now make my money, man. That's all I gotta say about that. Hopefully you guys be at the top with me. Until next time, make sure you like, subscribe, comment below, and click that bell icon so you know when I'm making another video. Because I told you before, millions and millions of times, you never know when I'm going to be online. Normally I make late videos. This time I decided to make it a little bit early, so I can get shit out the way and enjoy my weekend, and you do the same. I wish you a lot of blessings. Y'all be safe. Good luck. Win tomorrow big, and I'll holler at you later. Peace.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the 411 Podcast. Now get ready to make that money. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter at the 411 DFS.